Welcome back to another vlog, and I feel like I've not done one of these in a very long time because recently I've just been editing a ton of like wedding content that I've been shooting in the past couple of months, and I also had a big shoot recently as well where I've been doing a lot of editing, so it's been nice to get back doing some vloggy stuff. But today is a Monday, and last weekend, or the weekend just gone, it was a pretty chilled one. But on Friday I did film my latest wedding video and it went really well. The couple was really nice, and today I'm literally just starting the getting all of the footage together. And basically what they wanted was a highlight video, the ceremony in full, and then also the speeches in full as well. And at the minute I'm just getting all of the footage together. I've got everything in like all color coded for what frame rate I shot it in. I've got everything marked. So all of this section here is for the prep, and I've shot it on the C50 and the R6 Mark III. This section is like candid moments and like establishes. We've got a couple portraits here and then the dance party at the end. So I've got it all organized, ready to go for when I actually do my selects. And then I've actually started doing I've put the ceremony audio together and then also the speeches audio together. And the one thing I'd say on the speeches side of things, what I like to do recently is I use the Rode Wireless Pro lav mics. These are really great mics. And I just obviously for the speeches mic up everyone who's doing the speeches. So for example, I'll have one mic. Well, normally I have one mic on one person, and then I normally tape a mic to the actual mic that they're using to speak in the speakers. That's normally like my backup mic. But this time there was 5 speeches. The bride and groom done one together, so technically there was 4. And what I don't like normally doing is miking up everyone, and then when they're done, stopping the speeches, going in, grabbing the mic, then micing up the other one. I feel like I'm disturbing it. Everyone's waiting for me because a lot of people are nervous and they don't want to have to wait to be mic'd up, because then even then it's a little bit more intimidating. So what I did this time, thank you to Darren, who I work with quite a lot. He let me borrow his DJI mics. So I actually had 4 mics, and basically what I done, I mic'd up the groom, the father of the bride, and I mic'd up the best man. And then there was the maid of honor and the bride doing the speech as well. And basically what I did, I mic'd up them 3, and then I taped the other mic to the actual microphone itself. So I had 4 mics going and I didn't have to interrupt the speeches at all. One thing that I did notice on the time that did scare me a little bit was with these Rode Wireless Pros, I was not very far. It's quite a small room for these speeches, and I wasn't very far at all from it, but the audio started cutting out. And if I luckily the great things about these DJI mics and the Rode Wireless Pro mics is that they have internal 32-bit float recording, which I always press as a backup in case this happens. And recently I actually don't use it as a backup, I actually just use it now because it is 32-bit float and it just sounds really great. But the Rode Wireless Pros cut out quite a few times, so if I didn't press record on them internal transmitters, I might have lost some of this audio. And obviously because they're having the whole speeches in full, they would have missed out on some, or I would have had to use the backup shotgun mic on the C50, which is obviously going to sound completely different. If you ever do mic up someone or do any kind of speeches things and you're using a wireless system, if they do have an internal recording, always press that internal recording, even if you're not going to use it and you're going to use it straight to the camera, because you never know if something like this will happen. So I've got the groom, I've got the father of the bride, got the maid of honor and the bride on this mic, and then I've got this one as the best man, and then I've got this one as the backup shotgun, just in case I need any crowd clapping, or like I said, if anything cuts out. This is what I normally do. I normally go through all of the speeches, all of the ceremony first, make sure I get this video done, and then I can kind of go through my selects from the raw, from the B-roll, but also the selects from the actual ceremony and the speeches as well, to determine which parts of the speeches and the ceremony I actually want in the final highlight video. I feel like that's the most efficient and best way to do it. Yeah, I think I probably will pick up a second pair of mics in the future so I can do this on my future wedding videos. But I'm not sure on the Rode Wireless Pros now because obviously of how much that cut out. Annoyingly, the DJI Mic 3s would be perfect because they have 4-channel audio. I can mic up 4 different people at once. But for some reason, they don't have the mic jack anymore, so you can't plug in an actual lav mic. You just have to have the actual transmitter like I am doing now with the DJI Mic 2. Why did they remove that? I know it's to probably get it as small as possible, but that is just a huge missed opportunity in my opinion, and probably a big reason why I'm not going to buy that. Okay, so I've pretty much now edited all of the audio for the speeches. So as you can see, you've got the father of the bride, you've got the groom, best man, bride and maid of honor, and then this is like the shotgun mic where I've like faded in all of the different claps like from the audience because it sounds a lot better, and like the cheers and stuff. Just faded that in underneath all of the rest of the audio as well. So I do all of the effects in Fairlight because I do use DaVinci Resolve, like with the EQ, some of the dynamics, and I do a little bit of voice isolation as well. And then all I need to do now, well, I say all I need to do, so half an hour long video, is go through, color grade it. I'll do that first so I don't have to apply it to every clip. My main angle, which is what I was actually moving, because I've got a static camera, which was the R6 Mark III, which I will show you here. So you've got the static camera, and then you've got my camera where I was zooming in and zooming out and changing frame and stuff like that. So I'll go through on the top, and then as soon as I make like a big frame adjustment, I'll just disable the clip like I have done here, if I can zoom in. So that's all good, and then I make an adjustment, and then I disable that clip, and then I bring that back. The reason why I like doing that is because when I do the highlight video and take the selects, that's already color graded, the audio is already done, and everything's there ready to go. So that's pretty much that done. I'm just gonna quickly go drop these DJI mics off to Darren now, have some lunch, get back, and then I'll start probably the ceremony video, and then I'll probably do the speeches video tomorrow, and then I'll start the selects probably later on in the week for the actual B-roll, which is probably gonna take the longest, and it's probably the most tedious job anyway. This is shot on my Pocket 3 at the minute, but I've actually been recently looking at selling my Pocket 3 because even though it does look nice, and I'm shooting in D-Log-M now, and like it does look good, I'm not the biggest fan of the gimbal look for vlogging. Like, yes, it is nice and smooth. I just prefer handheld look anyway. That's the style that I do for my weddings. I very rarely use the gimbal, only when I really need it, and I want to get some nice establishers or maybe some nice couple portraits in 50p so I can slow it down and it's nice and smooth. But I do still prefer handheld, and I like it. It's a great little camera and it's done amazing for me. I'm just not the biggest gimbal fan, especially because this is only a gimbal, so it's everything, like everything shot is on a gimbal, and when you're not doing a nice gimbal movement, I just think it looks a bit weird and jarring. I've basically been looking at the Canon Powershot V1. I like the natural handheldy look. I like it because you can shoot in C-Log3 and it looks like an actual mirrorless camera rather than, oh, that's shot on an Osmo or a DJI Pocket. Like, you can tell what an Osmo looks like, and it's got a 16 to 50mm lens. So whereas the Pocket's only got a 20mm prime lens, I like the fact that the Powershot V1 is, for a start, wider than this, so it's 16mm, and you can punch in to get 50mm look as well. That style of camera for vlogging and documenting my life and just doing stuff like that, I think is just, I would much prefer that. I prefer the look of it, I prefer using it, and that's just something I'm definitely looking at. So let me know your thoughts. Have you got a Powershot V1? Are you looking at it? What do you think of it compared to the Pocket 3? I think it's got a bigger sensor as well than the Pocket 4. I'm about to go drop this off to Darren, have some lunch, and then crack back on for the rest of the day. So it's now 5 o'clock and I brought them mics to Darren, come back, had some lunch, and then I've finished the ceremony video pretty much already, which is really good going. I color graded it, went through it all, done the audio, and yeah, the ceremony video is pretty much done. I need to watch back through it after I've rendered it, but that was pretty good. And after I'd done that, I quickly started watching my old, well, not my old one, but my last wedding video that I'm about to deliver this week, just to check all the renders are all good. And I watched the ceremony video on that, and I saw a couple mistakes, which is so annoying because I had to go back through, and that footage now is on a really slow hard drive, so it took even longer to edit through. It was an outdoor ceremony, so it was just really, really awkward with the lighting when the sun went in and sun went out to try and match both cameras, and I had to keyframe a lot of the exposure and the tint to be able to match a little bit from when the sun went in, and it was just really, really annoying. And that took about 23 minutes. I need to watch the highlight video. Once that's all done, that'll be delivered this week. And yeah, so I'm just gonna chill now for the rest of the day, pretty much, make some dinner soon, and tomorrow I'll be cracking on editing with this again, and hopefully one day this week I'll be going to Bewitched, because I do like getting out of the house, a little bit different environment rather than this office all the time. So today is Wednesday, and yesterday I actually started the gym again. It's been so long since I've actually been to the gym, so it was really nice to actually get back. Me and Amy went swimming in the morning, and I went gym weight training this morning as well. That's been really nice. But I've actually had a really funny story about that, because when I was actually signing up, it wouldn't do the direct debit, and I kept clicking confirm direct debit, confirm membership, and it kept saying there's a problem with the website. I think I pressed it like 5 or 6 times. When it finally did work and I signed me and Amy up, it said, just to let you know, your direct debit will be £420 next month. And I was like, what? And I looked, and every time I did click yes, it did work. And I signed up for 6, I think, or 7 memberships, and I had to go get that sorted yesterday. But yesterday, I finally I finished the speeches video, which was really nice for the wedding that I did film last Friday, which was nice. So that's the ceremony and the speeches video done. This morning, what I done was the actual selects for the actual raw B-roll, so like the couple portraits, the establishers, the prep, all of that was done yesterday, and today I finished that off, so that's finally done. So I'm going to start the highlight video probably maybe tomorrow. I just thought I'd go out for a walk now just before lunch. It's 10 to 12, just to try and get outside. It's really nice weather, and I might carry on with doing some like BTS reels for my Instagram page later to try and get a bit more wedding clients, because that's the number one thing I'm focusing on with my business, is definitely weddings, because I just really enjoy doing them and they're a lot of fun and I like seeing people happy. Yeah, it's Wednesday today, so England play Argentina in the semi-final of the World Cup, so I'm really looking forward to that. Don't know how we're going to stop Messi, but yeah, I think it'll be a close game. They're not that good at the back, so I reckon Bellingham and Kane can cause them issues. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on with my walk now and then get ready to go golf later, because oh my god, I am completely hooked into golf at the minute. I absolutely love it. That's pretty much the only thing that I would want to do. Me and Amy are going. I've managed to convince her to go later as well, because I think she's gone twice now. We just do the par 3 down at Brampton, and oh my god, I'm absolutely hooked. I love it. So it's currently about 2:30, and I've just finished making a few more behind the scenes reels for when I was at the engagement shoot a couple of weeks back, which I'll overlay now, which was really fun, to be fair. And I've got to admit, my Osmo 360 is like the best behind the scenes camera. I hated how much storage it actually took up, because it shoots in 8 or 6K only when shooting in 360. I kind of treated it like a traditional action camera, where I just mounted it across my neck and shot it as a single lens camera in 2.7K as well, just to try and save on file sizes. And looking back on it, it doesn't look the best, to be honest. And the way I actually had it rigged at one of my other weddings that I filmed a couple months back, it just didn't look very good. I'll overlay it now what it actually looks like. And yeah, like it was literally, because it was on my neck and not attached to the camera, it was literally just, all you can see is the top handle of the C50. It looked pretty trash, to be honest, which is a little bit annoying. But when I was at this engagement shoot the other week, I actually mounted it to my gimbal, so it wasn't on me and you can actually see me a little bit. And I shot it in 6K 25p, and it just looks, I know it's in 6K, so it's going to look a lot sharper and a lot clearer, but I think because it's designed to be a 360 camera and shooting in 360, it just looks so much better than the single action camera mode, and you can get some really cool angles. And because I work with a photographer called Ben, we do like a combo package for photography and videography. I was like reframing it in the DJI Studio app to show him taking some photos, and then I was reframing it back to me, and I was reframing it just to the camera and then the couple in the background, and it looked really cool, and I really like it. So I've done that at the wedding I done on Friday, so I'm going to make a ton of reels as well. Yeah, for now, like I said, I'm just going to crack on with this, and then yeah, I guess I'll see you later on in the week. So it's Friday today and I'm about to go to Bewitched, but before I went to Bewitched, I just made myself some fried eggs on toast with some soft cheese, and it did go a little bit fail. I hope it's still runny, but we'll find out in a minute. And I like going Bewitched sometimes just to get out of the house, so I'm going to literally have this now and then get there and then start editing the wedding highlight video, because this morning I got up, I was going to go to the gym, but I'm absolutely knackered because I went goals yesterday, and I'm actually going Pilates tonight with Amy as well. So I thought if I go to the gym, I'm just going to make later even harder for myself, and I'm already going to the gym later, so there's no point in going this morning. So I've done some planning for a YouTube video that I wanted to film this morning, but I was really tired, so I might either do it in the afternoon or Monday morning. To get that out, because like I said, I want to get into the swing of things with YouTube again, and that video is all about my wedding videography kit, so talking about everything that I use to film my weddings this year. But anyway, I'm going to have my breakfast now and then head over to Bewitched and hopefully get some really productive editing sessions done for that wedding highlight video. So it's currently about 2 o'clock now, and I've just got back from Bewitched and had some lunch. So this morning was really nice because I actually started the wedding highlight video, and I've managed to, I always struggle with starting any edit just because it's like, what do you use? What song do you use? How do you start it? How do you flow it into the next bit? And I managed to, like, I've really actually struggled this morning. Like, I was just getting started, but I'm there now, and I've just put all the speeches into 2 songs, and it's sitting at around 6 to 7-ish minutes at the minute. The video will probably end up being about 10 to 11 minutes long. I'm just sitting on the sofa at the minute. Here is the actual timeline for the highlight video. There's one of the shots from the ceremony, and I've actually got the golf on YouTube at the minute because it's one of the tournaments on, because I'm actually going golf later as well with James. Amy will come back later. We'll probably chill, watch a bit of Ted Lasso, because I've started watching that again because the new season comes out in a couple of weeks. I've made good progress on this wedding video, which is really good. The ceremony and the speeches is done. All of the selects are done, and I've started the wedding highlight video as well. If you have any questions about weddings or camera gear or anything like that, and also what you think about the Canon Powershot V1, because I do like the Pocket, but I got to admit, it is a little bit annoying now. Just the fact of opening up the screen, waiting for the gimbal to turn on, just stuff like that just takes a little bit extra time when I just want to quickly capture something. And I don't know what the Powershot V1 would be like that. It might be just as slow, but at the end of the day, I like that form factor. And like I said, it's Canon, so it'll probably match a lot better than my other cameras. And it's not on a gimbal. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Even though it is a little bit waffly, I did hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.